nice to welcome you to Hub Berlin 2022 in person. My name is Sarah Harmon. I'm going to be your moderator today. My solemn pledge to you today, I will not be one of those moderators who makes you shout good morning really loud. We're just going to do it one time. Give me all you've got. It's a one and done deal. Are you ready? Good morning. That was good. I can tell you guys are on the cutting edge. I cannot tell you how good it feels to be in this room, in person, looking at all of your actual faces and not little Zoom screens, and to know that whatever happens over the next 2 days, I am not going to have to say, you're on mute. I think that is cause for celebration. We have such a great day planned for you. Herbert Diess is here. That's a pretty big deal. We also have the Minister for Digital Transformation joining us live from Ukraine. It is going to be an awesome day. I don't want to give everything away, but just a quick housekeeping note. I know it's been a long time since some of us were at an in-person conference. This building is so amazing. The acoustics are really better the closer you are to the stage. Back here in the back, not so good. So I just want to encourage you to sit towards the front, and if you don't want to sit in a chair, stand on the sides. The sound is much better on the sides than it is in the back. So people in the back, if you can hear me, there's a tip for you. So we have a busy day. I don't want to take up too much time. I want to bring up the man who has helped us all come together today. He is the CEO, excuse me, the first mistake of the day, and it's only 9 a.m. He is the president of Bitkom, and I am so pleased to welcome Achim Berg to the stage.
Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm really proud. First time that we are here, and the acoustic here is perfect, by the way, in the middle, therefore come closer to us. It's the 7th edition of the Hub conference, and I must say, for me personally, it's one of the most important events of the year. And what I'm seeing here, all the people together, we have people from all different countries, from startups, from enterprises, from whatever you look, from Mittelstand, German Mittelstand, super important as well. And this is something really brings closer, the tech startups, what we have, the economy, the society, and we try to bridge everybody here. This is what we want to do. And bringing together digital masterminds, CEOs, CIOs, and all the other people is super important, and I think the discussion here is super important for all of us. Therefore, I'm really looking forward for the next 2 days, and I'm really looking forward for all the discussion we are having here, and thanks for coming. But on the other side, with all the intro, 2022 is a very special year. And can you remember 3 years ago we discussed complete different topics? And what's going on here, we are just witnessing a brutal war just 800 kilometers away from here. That's, by the way, closer than Freiburg in Germany, just to give you an example how close it is. And then we see which central role Ukraine plays for us. And we have so many developers in Ukraine and helping us in Europe here. And what we saw the last couple of months is really terrifying. And I'm really see that the ecosystem in Ukraine is super important for us. And we have maybe more than 200,000 Ukraine software engineers supporting Europe and Germany. And therefore, I'm super happy that we have the Ukraine digital minister, this Mikhailo Fedorov, in a moment here, live on stage via VC. And it's quite interesting. I talked to him a couple of days ago, and he is in charge of digitization, and he is the prime minister, deputy prime minister. He is digitization and deputy prime minister, which is quite interesting, I think. In Germany, our digital minister is in charge of transportation. And this is maybe, I don't want to judge it, but it's quite interesting that they do it differently. But transport or mobility and digital have a lot in common, and therefore I'm super happy, Mr. Diess, that you're joining us today. Not yet, but I have a couple of minutes, but you're joining us, and I'm really interested what you have to tell, because this is something which we really want to hear from you. And going back to the Ukraine and to Russia, with all the implications for geopolitics, food and energy supplies, it's not the only challenge we face. We also talk about the Chinese lockdowns in a continuous loop. They're closing their cities all the time. Permanently interrupted supply chains, a massive and increasing shortage of skilled workers, and the return of inflation. And if it's not enough, all the stock exchanges going south as well. That means for us, what are we expecting the next couple? And honestly, to be honest, to all of us, I think I have absolutely no doubt that we can handle this as well. But if we don't fiddle around and wander from one circle of chairs to the next, we have to take smart decisions. We have to be really quick and think vigorously and waste no time. This is super important. And above all, we have to make extensive and unconditional use of digital solutions. I think we can handle this. On a personal note, and therefore it's maybe going away from the Ukraine, I studied computer science many, many years ago, and I'm a little bit of a geek or nerd, but a little bit, not like many of you. I did my smart home 20 years ago, nothing was available, and I worked on a lot of stuff. And what we see in the Ukraine is maybe a different topic. What these guys are doing, they're going to the toy department, buying drones, 3D printers, and really develop anti-tank weapons successfully. You see that what you can do with technology and with a little bit of rigor, but you can handle. And I think with creativity and digital tools, you normally get almost anything to work. This applies on small scale and on big scale as well. And look, for example, at smart grids, smart mobility, climate protection as well, precision farming, digital schools, or healthcare. And it might even work in administration, not in Germany, but all around Germany. I'm absolutely convinced that we can move the world with digital technologies, and what we can digitally master these major challenges. And we will only work with and not without, and certainly not against digitization. Maybe one more thing. I presented a study and a survey this week about the economy in Germany and how the German economy sees the future. And there's one thing in a nutshell: almost everyone finds digitization super important, and 95% of all companies in Germany said that their business success will depend on digitization in the next 5 years. And for every third company, digitization is even crucial to success. This is on the positive note. On the negative note is only 18% of companies want to increase their digital investment next year. 18%. And 33% of all companies in Germany said they are planning to reduce the investment in digital solutions. And then if you ask them why you don't do more, it's not money. What the people tell us, and it's 61% that told us, it's time. They don't have time for the future. That was 61% of all CEOs told us last week. It's a disaster. I don't want even to believe it. Time can't be the problem. Time must be there. And I think the business of tomorrow will be a digital business for the vast majority of your companies. And I'm pleased that you are here, and at least you have the time, spend the time for digitization and for the future of your company. But that we're here at the Hub Berlin. I think we don't talk about the if, we talk about the how of digitization. And expect more than 50 hours of program in just 2 days. We have 200 speakers, 3 stages, keynotes, panels, interviews, discussion, pitches, whatever you like. And this is many conferences in one, and all the impulses for the entire year in just 2 days. And I would like to give you a little bit of the perspective of the program we are having. I'll be showing you the next couple of days. First, as said before, we have the Ukrainian Mikhailo Fedorov, the digital minister. We have our Minister of Finance, Christian Lindner, on stage, the Siemens CIO, Hannah Hennig, the Chief of Defense of the German Armed Forces, General Eberhard Zorn, Liva Ilves, advisor of the President of Lativa for IT and digital policy, and Apple VP Sandra Jackson. And founders of the exciting startups are here as well. For example, Blocksmove, Sophia Rödiger, N26, Maximilian Teienthal, or Jonas Spengler of Komoot, and many, many others. And this is really impressive. And what even more impressive is that IBM will give us an insight into quantum computing here on stage. We have the opportunity to look at quantum computing, and Monom has built up a 4-dimensional sound landscape up here for us. The startup area and the innovative pitch will experience fireworks of new ideas. In the Digital Arts Lab, they will look beyond the horizon of digital technologies. And we have the metaverse, sustainability, cybersecurity, defense, and the new digital business for more than some of our topics. But everything is about digital disruption, and this is a theme, the most important theme here today. It's a digital game changer in the industry, the mobility in health, in early areas, in banking and finance, in production logistics. We were talking about highly disruptive technologies like AI, like blockchain, 3D printing, quantum computing, virtual experiences. And we talk about new digital infrastructure of our economy and the social society like 5G and smart grids. Everything is here, and we have a look beyond the box. Finally, I want to thank our partners, IBM and Keylight. Thank you very much. You make this all possible, and thanks a lot. And now I would like to hand over to Herbert, please. Herbert, we're really happy to have you here. We're really happy. We're very interested in what you have to tell us, and I think digital transformation is something you work your whole life in the last couple of years, and I'm really pleased to have you here, and I can't wait to get all your executives. Warm welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.